Coming up, it's Belmont High School taking on Buckingham Browne Nichols School. That's next on High School Quiz Show. Hi, everybody, and welcome to High School Quiz Show. I'm Joe Hanson, your host. Today's match features two past quiz show champions, both looking to reclaim that trophy. As always, we start with the toss-up round. All answers are worth 10 points. There are no point deductions for wrong answers. And players, you may confer. So teams, if you're ready, good luck. Here we go. Mount Everest is a peak in what mountain range that means abode of snow in Sanskrit? Asher.
Himalayas.
That is correct. With Cowboy Carter, who became the first black woman to debut at #1 on Billboard's Top Country Albums chart? Victor.
Beyonce.
Beyonce is correct. The diet of the giant panda consists almost entirely of leaves, stems, and shoots of what fast-growing plant? Andreas.
Bamboo.
Bamboo is correct. Noted for its pyramids, calendar, and astronomical system, what civilization also had the only fully developed writing system in pre-Columbian Mesoamerica? Andreas.
The Mayans.
Maya civilization is correct. For our next question, take a look at your monitors. What American sprinter, pictured here at the 2022 World Athletics Championships, won gold in the 100-meter final at the 2024 Paris Olympics? Andreas.
Noah Lyles.
Noah Lyles is correct. In May 2024, what Republican Congresswoman from Georgia led a failed attempt to remove House Speaker Mike Johnson? Yuyan.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is correct. During the Industrial Revolution, many children developed rickets from a lack of sunlight and what vitamin? Andrew.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D is correct. Ted Williams hit a home run in the final at-bat of his career on September 28, 1960 at what baseball stadium? Rajan?
Fenway?
Fenway Park is correct. I don't know if it was over the Green Monster, but we can look that up later. In his new memoir, Knife, what Indian-born British-American novelist reflects on the shocking knife attack that nearly killed him in 2022? Andrew?
Rushdie.
Salman Rushdie is correct. For our next question, we have a special video guest.
Hi, I'm Ernie Bach Jr., and here's my question. I'm a huge fan of rare and exotic vehicles. My collection includes a replica of a Rolls-Royce once owned by John Lennon. The artwork was inspired in part by the psychedelic imagery of what 1967 Beatles album featuring the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds?
Dean?
Strawberry Fields Forever?
No, I'm sorry. Belmont, you have an opportunity here. Victor?
Sgt. Pepper's.
Sgt. Pepper's is correct. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is the full album name, but we'll take Sgt. Pepper's. My life is a perfect graveyard of buried hopes. What Canadian author wrote this in her best-known work, Anne of Green Gables? Rajan?
Atwood?
No, I'm sorry. BB&N? Yuyan?
Monroe.
No. We're looking for Lucy Maud Montgomery. Which of the following countries is landlocked? Iran, Israel, or Armenia? Andreas?
Armenia.
Armenia is correct. Edouard Manet's oil painting Chez Tortoni is among the 13 works of art stolen in 1990 from what Boston art museum? Victor?
Elizabeth Stewart Gardner.
No, I'm sorry. BB&N? Yuyan?
The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum.
That is correct. Isabella. Before they have a chance to reach the Earth, most meteors burn up in what layer located directly above the stratosphere? Andreas?
The troposphere.
No. Belmont, opportunity? Andrew?
The asthenosphere.
No. We're looking for the mesosphere. There's a lot of layers up there. Hard to keep track. In Greek myth, King Midas makes a wish that everything he touched would turn to gold. When he discovers the peril of his wish, he begs what Greek god of wine and revelry to reverse the spell? Andreas?
Dionysus.
That is correct. We are off to a great start, but we're going to take a moment to thank the folks who make this show possible. Major funding for High School Quiz Show is provided by Safety Insurance.
Boston traffic is the worst. Safety Insurance offers auto insurance policies designed to help for when the worst happens. You can ask an independent agent about safety insurance. Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Additional funding is provided by the Museum of Science, Massachusetts Teachers Association, Xfinity Mobile, UMass Amherst, and Subaru of New England. Welcome back. The score is Belmont 50, BB&N 80. It's a close one. Let's get back to the game. The Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. directly overlooks what river? Yu Yun.
The Washington Monument.
No. Belmont? Rajao?
The Potomac?
No, I'm sorry, it's the Potomac River. Passed with bipartisan support in 1973, what legislation known as the ESA has prevented the extinction of 99% of the species listed under its protection? Andrew?
The Endangered Species Act.
That is correct. The moon is slowly drifting away from the Earth at a rate of how far each year? 1.5 inches, 6 inches, or 1 foot? Asher?
6 inches.
No. Belmont? Ali?
1.5.
1.5 inches is correct. In 2023, on the 70th anniversary of the armistice that halted the Korean War, South Korea unveiled a nearly 14-foot tall statue honoring what president who sent U.S. troops to Korea during the war? Andreas?
Truman.
Truman is correct. Based on Percival Everett's novel Erasure, what 2023 film stars Jeffrey Wright as a frustrated novelist who writes an outrageous satire after his work is criticized for not being black enough? We're looking for American fiction. What U.S. cavalry officer was defeated by Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse at the Battle of the Little Bighorn? Andreas?
Custer.
George Custer is correct. Compared to drying, curing, pickling, and salting, canning is a relatively new method of food preservation. But canning was first used in the early 1800s for the Navy of what country? Rajao?
The UK?
No, I'm sorry. BB&N? Dean?
US?
Nope, the answer is France. What city in Georgia is home to the World of Coca-Cola, a museum dedicated to the iconic soft drink? Andreas?
Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia is correct. Chromosomes become visible for the first time during which stage of mitosis? Prophase, metaphase, or anaphase? Yu Yan?
Anaphase.
No. Belmont? Ali?
Metaphase?
No, it is prophase. What is the call sign of Pete Mitchell, a naval aviator played by Tom Cruise in the Top Gun films? Yu Yan?
Maverick.
Maverick is correct. What is the only southern capital city located on the Mississippi River? Rajao?
New Orleans?
No, I'm sorry. BB&N? Andreas?
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge is correct. In 1933, Japan withdrew its membership in the League of Nations after it had invaded what province in northern China? Asher?
Manchuria.
Manchuria is correct. A classic spaghetti western, the 1966 film The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, stars Lee Van Cleef as the bad, Eli Wallach as the ugly, and what famous actor as the good? Dean?
Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood is correct. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Who wrote this in a nonsense poem titled Jabberwocky? Andreas?
Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll is correct. Cinco de Mayo celebrations commemorate May 5th, 1862, when Mexico defeated France at what battle? Andreas?
Veracruz.
No. Belmont, they got a chance here? Andrew?
Guadalajara.
No. We're looking for the Battle of Puebla. That is the end of our round, and the score is Belmont 70 points, and BB&N in the lead with 160 points. Let's hear for both teams. Last week, Weston beat South High to move on to the quarterfinals. In today's qualifying match, Belmont High School and BB&N are both hoping to advance. The head-to-head round is next, but first we're going to take a minute to get to know our players. Belmont, We'll start with you. Victor, you're a ski instructor, is that right?
Yes.
I've learned pepperoni pizza, and I can get off the chairlift pretty well. How am I doing on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like 4.
Okay. Andrew, you love spreadsheets. Would you say that you excel at them?
I'm actually not that big a fan of Excel, but I would say that for the pun, yeah.
See, only a true fan of spreadsheets would have like a hierarchy of spreadsheet programs. I like that. Rachel, you have a collection of old MBTA bus maps. What drew you to bus maps?
I really like the MBTA. I love public transportation, and I often take the 78, which runs by my house a lot.
Has the 78 always run on the same route? Have you studied that throughout history?
I haven't yet, but every time I've been on it, it's run on the same route.
Okay, well, we've got a new project for you. Ollie, I hear you have super hearing.
Yes.
Does that come in handy, super hearing, or do you find it to be a distraction sometimes?
It can be a positive and negative at different times.
Classic superhero answer. I like that. And on the Belmont team, we also have alternate Albert and coaches Michael Gao and Beth Manka. BB&N, Andreas, you never attended kindergarten, but you attended first grade twice. Now, you can be honest with me. Was there like a problem in first grade? Did they made you redo it, or was there something else going on?
No, there's something else going on. So basically, I was born in Hong Kong, and then I moved to the US at age 6. So they have 2 different school systems. So basically, I just repeated first grade because of that.
Okay, got it. Yu Yan, you've never broken a bone.
Yes, sir. Clean bill of health.
Are you kind of like a risk-averse person, or are you really throwing yourself out there?
I can't say I haven't broken a bone without a lack of trying.
Okay, well, best of luck. I hope that keeps up. Dean, you have a dessert named after you.
I do.
What's the dessert? Tell me, what are the ingredients?
It's a cranberry bar with some granola on top and elderberry jam in the middle.
So what is the full name of the dessert? Is it just the Dean?
It's called the Dean Bar by Carrie's Kitchen.
I like that. Asher, you have the same birthday as one Harry Potter.
That is true.
I mean, I'm ashamed to admit this. I don't know Harry Potter's birthday.
Really?
I mean, judge me if you will.
It's July 31st. Very good birthday.
Does this mean that every birthday party you've ever had in your entire life has to be a Harry Potter themed birthday?
No, and regrettably, I've never had a Harry Potter themed birthday, but that's a very good idea for next year.
Well, I hope that you have a better childhood than he did as well. Kind of bumpy. Turned out great, though. Filling out the BB&N team are Bucky the mascot and alternates Vartan and Seth, along with coaches Chip Rollinson and Sam Critfield. Let's hear it for both teams. Okay, the head-to-head round is up next. In this round, correct answers add 10 points to the team total, and wrong answers result in a 10-point deduction. The clock is set at 90 seconds. How we get a little handshake going before we start? Okay. Good luck, teams. Here we go. 5 American colonists were killed during what skirmish with British troops on March 5th, 17...
The Boston Massacre.
Yes. What 1954 coming-of-age novel features characters named Ralph and Piggy?
Lord of the Flies.
Yes. The RMS Titanic was built in what capital city of Northern Ireland?
Belfast.
Yes. What is the majority religion in Indonesia?
Hinduism.
No. Islam. Hazel and Gus are teens coping with cancer in what popular...
The Fallen Our Stars.
Yes. The Big Dipper is an asterism that's part of what constellation?
Orion.
No, Ursa Major. Two Sisters, also called The Visit, was painted in 1902 by what Spanish artist during his blue period?
Picasso?
Yes. The eucalyptus tree is a large, fast-growing...
Australia.
Yes. Who wrote about a society that suppresses individuality and independent thought in his 1953...
Orwell.
No, Ray Bradbury. Well known for its cleanliness, what Asian country?
Singapore.
Yes. Most new blood cells are produced in what soft, spongy tissue in the center of bones?
Bone marrow.
Yes. Orchard House, the historic home of Louisa May Alcott, is located in what?
Concord.
Yes. Bats navigate by using what system of...
Echolocation.
Yes. Hephaestus, the god of fire and blacksmiths, was married to what Greek goddess?
Aphrodite.
Yes. The Hoover Dam is on the Colorado River at the border of Nevada and what other...
Arizona.
Arizona is correct. The love song of J. Alfred Prufrock and... We're looking for T.S. Eliot there. That is the end of the round. Let's take a look at our scores. Belmont has 100 points. Buckingham Browne Nichols has 220 points. Let's give it up for both teams. All right, teams, it's time for the category round. Today's categories are, here's the scoop, may the forest be with you, G-Force, Eye of the Tiger, Austin City Limits, and Stop the Clock. All categories have 5 questions with increasing point value. Teams will choose 2 5-question categories each and have the option to toss 1 question per category to the other team that the other team must answer. Players, you are able to confer. Belmont, who's your spokesperson? Andrew, BB&N? Andreas. Belmont, you've got some ground to make up, so the first category goes to you.
Austin City Limits, please.
Austin City Limits. These are questions about the great city of Austin, Texas. For 10 points. The first European settlers arrived in present-day Austin in 1791. They were Franciscan missionaries from what country?
Spain, right? Spain. Right. Spain.
Spain is correct. For 15 points, what major river provides 100% of Austin's municipal water?
Colorado. No. What are we thinking? Just go do it. Okay. The Rio Grande.
No, it is the Colorado River. For 20 points in Austin City Limits, Austin City Limits is the longest-running music program on TV in the United States. It debuted in 1975 with what country music icon known for Always on My Mind and On the Road Again?
Pass.
Looking for Willie Nelson. For 25 points, what 20th century First Lady and environmentalist is the namesake of a botanical garden and wildflower center in Austin?
Lady Bird Johnson, right? Yeah. Sure, yeah. Lady Bird Johnson.
Lady Bird Johnson is correct. For 30 points, what Austin resident is the last American male to win a Grand Slam in singles tennis, winning the U.S. Open in 2003?
Pete Sampras. I don't know. Why? Pete Sampras. Why? Pete Sampras.
Need an answer?
Sampras.
No, looking for Andy Roddick. BB&N, next category.
We'll go with Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger. These are questions about tigers. For 10 points. Known for his energy and for bouncing on his tail, what lovable tiger is introduced in the 1928 children's book, The House at Pooh Corner?
Tigger.
Tigger is correct. For 15 points, what country is home to about 75% of the world's wild tigers?
India.
India is right. For 20 points, what powerful and intimidating Bengal tiger is the main villain in the Jungle Book?
Shere Khan.
Shere Khan is correct. For 25 points, what British poet wrote the 1794 poem, The Tiger, the most anthologized poem in the English language?
We'll pass.
William Blake is the answer. For 30 points, based on the novel of the same name, what 2012 adventure film is about a boy trapped in a lifeboat with a 450-pound tiger named Richard Parker? Need an answer?
We'll toss.
Toss to you, Belmont. Need an answer?
Life of Pi.
Life of Pi is correct. Belmont, next category to you.
G-Force, right?
Sure.
Okay. G-Force, please.
G-Force, in this category, all answers begin with the letter G. For 10 points, what river that flows through India and Bangladesh is considered the most sacred river to Hindus?
Ganges.
Ganges River is correct. For 15 points, diamonds do not last forever. After about 1 billion years, diamonds degrade to what common allotype of carbon used in pencils?
Graphite.
Graphite is correct. For 20 points in G-Force, Juneteenth honors the date when Union Army troops forced the emancipation of the last Confederate community of enslaved Americans. This took place on June 19, 1865, in what Texas city?
Galveston.
Galveston is right. For 25 points, Major League Baseball has 2 spring training leagues, the Cactus League in Arizona and what league in Florida?
Gator.
Go for it.
Do it.
Gator.
No, it's the Grapefruit League. For 30 points, what elementary particle is named for the fact that it holds quarks together to form protons and neutrons?
Gluon.
Gluon is correct. BB&N.
We'll take May the Forest Be With You.
May the forest be with you. Questions about the environment. For 10 points, an estimated 150 to 200 billion tons of carbon are stored in the forests and soils of what rainforest, the largest tropical rainforest on Earth?
The Amazon.
The Amazon is correct. For 15 points, the average American throws away 82 pounds of clothes every year. What African country with a capital city of Accra has been referred to as fast fashion's dumping ground?
Ghana.
Ghana is correct. For 20 points, California uses a disproportionate 10% of its agricultural water supply to grow what nut?
Almond.
Almonds is correct. For 25 points in May the Forest Be With You, one of the largest oil tanker spills in history. In 1989, the Exxon Valdez spilled 11 million gallons of oil after it ran aground in Prince William Sound in what U.S. state?
Alaska.
Alaska is correct. For 30 points, the world's most consumed edible oil, what vegetable oil used in many food and household products, harms the planet because it's a major driver of deforestation in the tropics?
Canola oil.
No, it's palm oil. That's the end of the category round. The score is Belmont, 170 points, Buckingham Browne Nichols in the lead with 305 points. Let's hear it for both of our teams. Okay, we're heading into the final round of play, the lightning round. Correct answers add 20 points to the team total, and there is a 20-point deduction for incorrect answers. The clock is set. Here we go. First proposed in 1927, what is widely regarded as the best theory for how the universe was created? Ali.
Big Bang Theory?
Yes. What fictional character is the narrator in all but 4 of the original 60 Sherlock Holmes stories? Andrew.
Watson.
Yes. At the 1974 Rumble in the Jungle in Zaire, who defeated world heavyweight champion Andrew?
Muhammad Ali.
Yes. Julia Quinn's novel, The Viscount Who Loved Me, is the basis of season 2 of what Regency-era TV drama? Andrew.
Bridgerton.
Yes. What South American country has a capital city of Montevideo? Andreas.
Uruguay.
Yes. The first U.S. Treasury notes were issued to fund what conflict known as the Second War of Independence? Dean.
War of 1812.
Yes. What American rapper revolutionized the headphone industry with his Beats electronics? Andrew.
Dr. Dre.
Yes. In 2024, what U.S. state enacted legislation requiring public schools to display the 10 Commandments? Victor.
Tennessee.
No, Louisiana. What is the longest river that runs through New England? Andreas.
The Connecticut.
Yes. The Northern Cross constellation also goes by what name? Ali.
Cygnus?
Yes. The Camino de Santiago, or the Way of St. James, is a famous pilgrimage route that culminates in what country? Asher.
Spain.
Yes. What English admiral was knighted by Queen Elizabeth in 1581 for successfully circumnavigating the globe? Andreas.
Drake.
Yes, Sir Francis Drake. What U.S. state forms the western border of Montana? Andreas.
Idaho.
Yes. What epic poem? We were looking for the Aeneid there, and the winning team this week is BB&N with a final score of 425 points. Belmont finishes with 270 points. Congratulations to both teams for a great game. BB&N now moves on to the quarterfinals. Join us next week for the match between Mansfield and Hopkinton. 2 veteran teams with something to prove. It's going to be a good one, so be sure to join us right here on High School Quiz Show.